And we are back. Lisa Lain in the studio. She comes each week with your garden questions. Just what are your neighbors talking about? Mm-hmm. And there's some value at just kind of tracking what's going on in the neighborhood. So that's this segment. And so we get questions from, it's crazy how people communicate anymore. Mm-hmm. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, email is still alive and vibrant. It's actually number one question. Actually, number one is in person right here.
Yeah.
They bring in the twigs. They go, what, is that a problem? Going, yeah, that's a problem. That's an eighth scale. What are you talking about? That's going to kill the tree. Yeah, let's show you what to do. So that's number one. And we just package those and then share them. And so you bring that to.
You know what my favorite one is?
I want to know what your favorite one is. And then I want to know who your favorite man is.
Oh, okay. Well, when they come in with the stick and they go,
what is this?
What is this? And I'm like, can we wait till I put some leaves on?
It was funny. We had 3 people just pass their Arizona Certified Nursery Professional degree. So this is this is like the bar. Mm-hmm. So it's a 4-hour test. It's crazy. It's 3 segments of just testing, A, B, multiple choice, design. Mm-hmm. And the last segment number 4, takes an hour. You line up a whole bunch of plants. Half of them are twigs. And so they got to ID them. And they got to have the botanical name, the common name, and size it. How does it grow?
It's hard.
They got to nail it. And you got to get at least 80% or you fail. I got to tell you, honey, every time you enter a room, my heart still goes pitter-patter. Oh, truly. It kind of goes, just makes me leap. I don't know. I'd still marry you again.
Well, that's good.
I'd keep married to you some days.
Hey, we all have our days.
Garden questions before we go too deep down that path.
We don't go down that bunny trail. So Tony's in Prescott. She has not seen any signs of life from her Crape Myrtle and her trumpet vine.
Okay.
So she wants to know, is there still hope? Should they be leafing out at this point? And should she start watering at this point?
So Crape Myrtle, there's some things, summer plants have zero interest in summer. I mean, have zero interest in spring. Sorry, I got that back. Zero interest in spring. They want summer. They want it to be 90, 100, 110. They're still good. Spring plants love spring. Mm-hmm. They don't like summer so much. So they're blooming. So lilacs and forsythias, quince, roses are even growing right now. Mm-hmm. These are spring things. They're erupting with new growth. The trees are willows, cottonwoods, erupting with growth right now. Right. But your summer trees, like mimosa, they don't care. They have no interest in spring. They're waiting until it's warm. Mm-hmm. Crape myrtles and what was the other one? Trumpet vine. They are summer plants. They have zero interest in spring. They're going to wait. There'll be 2 months before Crape Myrtle actually wakes up. Grapes, they like the summer. Right. They form fruit in the summer. So they're going to wait. Whereas strawberries, they're starting to grow right now. Yeah. So they're a spring thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, don't give up. Fertilize. That's the best thing you can do for all your landscape right now. Take that all-purpose plant food, that 744. It's like magic for anything that blooms. Mm-hmm. Really get them to grow for you. And then watering, I would say wait to water those. Ground's still relatively moist, and it's cool.
Right.
So the plants, they're not growing right now. So the Crape myrtles aren't. Now, things that are blooming, watch them. So purple leaf plum are starting to bloom. They're using water. Red buds are starting to bloom. Mm-hmm. So watch those things. As they leaf or flower, that's your cue. They're using water. Time to start powering up the irrigation, maybe by hand if you don't have the entire irrigation system on. Mm-hmm. But within a week or two, we'll have all the irrigation going. Just start so you balance out the landscape.
Okay.
Do we cover all of her stuff?
I think so.
Okay.
We could go on, I'm sure.
Oh,
but we'll answer Don's
question. We have
question.
10 minutes.
Oh,
yeah. Don.
So Don put he needs to reseed some bald spots in his sod lawn that he put in a couple years ago. His question is, he doesn't really know what type of sod was put in, whether it was a fescue or Kentucky blue. He wants to know, is there a grass seed that he can put in that will blend nicely?
Yeah. So there's 2 basic kinds of grass. If he's local, almost guaranteed it's a cool season grass. But just so everyone knows, because it's broadcast throughout Arizona, there's also warm season or summer grasses. So Bermuda, That's what they grow down in Phoenix. Buffalo grass, blue grommas, summer grasses. They're only green in the summer. They're brown the rest of the year. And so probably doesn't have that. You wouldn't pay sod. You don't want that in your yard. You kind of want green year round if you're going to commit to grass. And so probably you have a cool season grass. Those are going to be two types. Probably we have two here at the garden center. One's called a drought hardy fescue. It's very deep rooted. It's a little bit thicker blade, but green right through winter. And then we have the old fashioned Prescott blend. That's a bluegrass ryegrass blend. If in doubt, blend the two together. No one over, a professional, maybe I could tell the difference. I have to actually look at the roots. If in doubt, it's spotted for a reason. Why did it spot? You might switch it over to the fescue anyway. Deeper rooted, more robust. Maybe there's a hot spot. Maybe there's dog spots. Fescue. If you have kids or dogs, fescue is the way to go because it just doesn't spot as well. Ball fields, we're using fescue on those because they take the traffic better. But on the courthouse, they're using bluegrass. The front of magazines, that's going to be bluegrass or Prescott blend because it's just so soft. You just want to roll around in it. So anyway, come talk to us. Bring a sample in. If you really want to ID it, cut out a square, put it in a box, bring it in. We'll look at the roots and go, this is a fescue or a bluegrass. Fescues have real deep roots. Bluegrass has rhizomes or runners that go off to the side. You can probably ID it yourself now that you know what to do.
Let's try and sneak in another question. Shannon's out in Chino Valley. She has a hedge of Photinia that right now there's little black spots all over them. And then she's also noticing probably just some cold damage. The leaves on the top look pretty iffy. She wants to know what she can do to whip that sucker back into shape.
Super easy. And a lot of Photinia are like this. They're kind of high maintenance plants. In fact, I would never introduce one into my yard. They're just so high maintenance. I'd rather use cotoneaster or silverberry. There's some other choices that don't do that. But they grow fast and they grow so fast, they're cheap. So they fill in super quick. So usually they're going to be a lesser price, but they're mildew induced, which is probably the spot from last year's probably powdery mildew or leaf spot from last year. It will spread onto your plants this year. So come in and get a bottle of Revitalize. It's a leaf disease thing. Spray the plant and then feed it with all-purpose plant food. That 7-4-4 food will get it to bud up and get all that new red growth. The problem is if you don't put the Revitalize on, the second it has green growth, the spotting will come right onto the new growth. So it's kind of a tag. You want to do tag team. Come bring a sample. We'll help you out with that. It's super easy to solve. So we are out of time. Ken and Lain, the Mountain Gardeners. Be right back.